Centennial College, along with the Colts, in partnership with the Centennial College Alumni Association, presents They say that a truth will set you free. What does it take to be a champion? It takes courage. It takes passion. It takes faith. But above all, it takes the will to choose to be a champion. There can only be one champion. One champion.
Hello and welcome to the bronze medal match here at the 2017 belairdirect OCAA Men's Basketball Championship. We got a good one here for you as the defending champion Humber Hawks, who fell just short of defending their title, will look to go for the bronze against the Knights of Niagara. One thing you're going to want to look for in this Humber team is a very veteran team, but they're able to get contributions from guys not considered from that core. Particularly in the semifinal match against Sheridan, they had CJ Bennett and Baljot Judge performing very well in the opening half. They'll look to continue that here against the Niagara Knights team that still may be without their star. Van Hutchinson Jr. was injured in the opening round against Centennial. We'll look to see if they can overcome that as we get set to bring you the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Belgian Athletic and Wellness Center. At this moment, we ask that you please rise and take off your hats for the singing of our national anthem, led by La Fanta.
Oh,
rendition of the national anthem there here at the 2017 belairdirect OCAA Men's Basketball Championship from the Athletics and Wellness Center at Centennial College in Scarborough, Ontario. Let's go to the starting lineups.
One lucky contestant will be randomly selected from tonight's spectators to have a chance to win $1,000 in the OCAA Shoot for Cash contest. A ticket stub will be drawn during the first half of the game, and the winner will compete in a basketball skills challenge during halftime. Please have your ticket stub handy when we make the draw, and if you have the lucky ticket, please proceed to the scorer's table. And now, without further ado, here are your starting lineups. First for the Humber Hawks. Number 3, Gibson Anthem. Number 8, C.J. Bennett. Number 9, belairdirect. Number 10, Tyrone Dixon. And number 13, Axel Martin. The head coach for the Hawks is Patrick Howe. Ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineups for the Niagara Knights. Number 3, Benny Akindele. Number 4, K.M. Saboni. Number 7, Lequan Hilton. Number 8, Sheridan Wilson. And number 14, Remy Makuna. The head coach for the Knights is Keith Bissell.
There you have the starting lineups for these two teams. Both disappointed to be in this bronze medal match, Phil Jones, but you can't question that they're going to go all out to try and capture this bronze medal.
Not at all. It's going to be an entertaining matchup. I've been looking forward to this one all day. I was just up grabbing a quick bite of lunch, talking with Centennial President Ann Buller, who's also excited to watch the Humber Hawks and the Niagara Knights do battle here. And you know what? We were talking about the one shot that Humber could have made to see them through. They nearly dethroned the unbeaten Sheridan, but didn't. That's how close they were, but you're right. There's no need for them not to play lights out today as we get underway here in the bronze medal match.
Tip bounces around, but it'll be claimed by Levi Makuna for Niagara, and we are underway here in the bronze medal match between the Niagara Knights and the Humber Hawks. As Laquan Hilton driving in, dishes, Akindele blocked by Tyrone Dixon. Big fella getting work early. Back the other way comes Ediful, gives it off to Judge. Looking around, finds Martin and Dixon. C.J. Bennett now, throwing inside for Martin. That's good for 2. Ansel Martin gets the Humber Hawks off to a good start, 2-0. And Niagara will go to work for Payam Saboni. Hilton for 3, no good. Rebound, Makuna. Akindele will put it inside for Jordan Wilson. Guarded by Judge. Saboni back outside for Makuna. No good. Rebound Dixon, he'll throw it up. Gibson Ediful in transition. He'll put it in for 2.
Maybe the fastest man in the OCAA.
Gibson Ediful in transition. Nice and easy. It's 4-0 for Humber. Saboni. Bad shot off the edge of the backboard. Back comes Ansel Martin for Humber. Judge. Ediful. We'll look around for help. Bennett. Gives it inside to Dixon, working on Saboni. No good. Rebound. Bennett can't tip it. Dixon, the third try, falls.
So many moving parts and moving pieces for the Humber Hawks. This is a team. Niagara's got their hands full today, Ryan.
Humber, the defending champions, eliminated in the semifinals by Sheridan. A bad shot there by Femi Akindele. It's turned around by Dixon, and CJ Bennett will get it up to Ansel Martin. A hard foul called as Pam Saboni hits the hardwood.
Down by 6, already lying on the floor. Let me tell you, we could be in for a long afternoon. That Humber team, as I said, moving parts, moving pieces, pick your poison, so many weapons.
Have to respect every shooter on the floor for Humber as CJ Bennett will drive in, dishes for Dixon, no good. Rebound Saboni. And Laquan Hilton will come back with it for Niagara. Third-year guard from Mississauga. Makuna. Out for Akindele. Back to Hilton. Laquan Hilton driving in, blocked by Ediful. Using every inch of that 5'11" frame to turn away Laquan Hilton. Bennett will throw it inside for Judge. Back in for Dixon, but no one was home there for that pass. A turnover in favor of the Knights.
Yeah, ball handling error, it does happen, but Humber is still penetrating, getting down there, showing they got the thunder. The ball right now in the hands of the man that can really light it up for Niagara, Laquan Hilton. A bunch of threes yesterday, so if the Knights are going to be successful, he's got to get hot.
Akindele going to work on CJ Bennett. He'll hold it up for Makuna. Inside Saboni. He'll dribble back. He'll try the three. It's short. Rebound Makuna is good.
And the Knights are on the board.
Levi Makuna opens the account for the Knights. They're still down 6-2. Rather slower paced game so far, as opposed to what we've seen in this tournament, Phil Jones.
Yeah, well, mid-afternoon game. Teams just feeling each other out. They got the wind out of their sails a little bit, seeing it is the third-place game. But I think things will definitely amp up towards the second half. Just feeling each other out on the pace, as I said right now. I'll quickly go over their record so you know what you're dealing with here. Niagara, 13-3 record in the regular season. And the Humber Hawks, 12-4. Actually lost 4 games, believe it or not.
Dixon hits the jump shot. 8-2 in favor of the defending champion Humber Hawks. They won't be defending after this game as Wilson forces his way inside for 2.
Just willed that basket. That was a great bucket.
Again, Niagara without the services of Van Hutchinson Jr., injured in the opening round game against Centennial. And a foul on the floor there. As we said yesterday, Phil, the loss of Hutchinson Jr. has meant that players have had to step on this Knights team.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up for sure. They're missing their top scorer, so that you already have one hand tied behind your back. And they did play really well yesterday to move on to this stage. But anytime, no matter what sport you're playing, you're missing your leading scorer. It's definitely going to be an uphill battle. Hopefully Niagara can hang around and keep this close come halftime, and then we'll see if the nerves kick in.
Tyrone Dixon hits both free throws. He's already got 6 points. As Romello Taylor will check in for Femi Akindele. And Niagara will go back to work here for Jordan Wilson. Out to Makuna. Throws it for Hilton. Hilton will try a 3. No good. Rebound CJ Bennett. He'll throw it up for a charging Baljut Judge. Long outlet to Ediful. He'll drive into the lane. No good, and the rebound's knocked away. Last touched by Humber. And the Hawks don't like it. Patrick Howe's out of his seat.
Not much you can do there, and I made some comments yesterday too on the officiating. I do take them back. It is what it is. There is no replay. there is no officials booth to take a look at the video, so you just got to go with what the call is and respect the stripes, respect the whistle.
Hilton, 10 on the shot clock. Taylor misses the rim. The foul is called.
Fouls on Hawk number 13, Ansel Martin.
Ansel Martin will pick up his first.
Substitution for the Hawks, checking in for the first time, number 11, Erwin Elvis, and number 23, Jordan Rose.
Quan Hilton will take the ball out of bounds as Kerwin Elvis and Jordan Rose have checked in for Humber. Makuna for three. No good. Rebound, Jordan McDonald. He'll throw it inside for Makuna, and that's an easy deuce.
Nice work by Niagara there. Huge rebound. Feeding that inside, and Niagara showing some life here early.
10-6 in favor of the Humber Hawks. Ansel Martin with the jumper. No good. Rebound, Wilson. And the Knights will break out again. Levi Makuna charging, throws it up, draws the foul. And Makuna will go to the line for two. A nice start to the game here for Levi Makuna. Seems to be stepping up in the absence of Van Hutchinson Jr.
No doubt. Number 14 on your program, 67.9% shooter from the free throw line. Going to the stripe right now and looking to bring this back to a one-score game.
Makuna misses the first. Third-year wingman from Hamilton, Ontario. Levi Makuna misses both, but he grabs his own board, kept it inside, but is reclaimed by Trayvon Mollison. Watch for Mollison. He had 15 off the bench in the semifinals, misses his first three ball here. Back out Jordan Rose. He'll hit for three. Jordan Rose, third-year guard from Toronto, with a three ball early, and that pass deflected, taken by Mollison. He'll throw it ahead. Kerwin Elvis back to Bennett. No good. Bennett gets his own board. That'll fall. Nice hustle by C.J. Bennett.
That's the C.J. Bennett we know and love. He was a beast yesterday. Real fun player to watch.
Hyper-aggressive C.J. Bennett works to his advantage there. Humber Hawks out to an early lead on Niagara, 15-6, as Jordan McDonald gets the ball down low. A foul on the floor. McDonald will go to the line.
Very delayed, but it was a call nonetheless. The referee sort of hesitated, deliberated, and then made the call, but going to the line.
Took his time to see what he had there. And
taking a timeout here. Knights taking a timeout to talk about it.
that second foul on Ansel Martin may come into play early, as the Humber Hawks' leading scorer in the regular season is in foul trouble early.
That's something to take a note on for sure. The Knights talking there with Keith Bassel, third-year coach, drawing up the game plan. I mean, they had it at 10-6. They were at the stripe, a chance to get 2 free throws and bring it within 2. But once again, Humber sensing a couple misses and giving it back to them, putting 5 more up on the board there on a 5-0 run, and it's now a 9-point lead. As I said before, it's cliche, but Niagara does have to keep this close, as if you're facing a big deficit in the second half against this Humber team.
And they have to know they're not going to get many second chances against a veteran Hawks squad that led the league in rebound margin in the regular season, averaging 10.6 per game in their favor. Reminder, this is your bronze medal match between the Humber Hawks and Niagara Knights. Coming up at 6 p.m., we will have the final of the 2017 belairdirect OCAA Men's Basketball Championship between the Sheridan Bruins, undefeated, 18-0. They will take on the George Brown Huskies, currently at 21-1. As we get set to resume play, Jordan McDonald to the line, second-year forward from Mississauga, will miss his first. McDonald misses both. 0 for 4 so far from the line. The Niagara Knights. And Kerwin Elvis will take control for Humber. Out for Daquan Cathcart. Gives it to Ujulu, and Sham Ujulu. It's hard to the rim. He'll go to the line for 2.
Well, if you're going to foul anybody on the Hawks, this would be the guy to do it. 35.3 from the stripe. Let's see if the big man can knock a couple down here.
Ujulu hits
Look
his
at
first.
this.
Ujulu, 6'5" freshman from Kitchener. And Ujulu will miss the second. Goes 1 for 2. It's 16 for 6. Hilton back the other way in transitions, fouled. And he'll go to line for 2.
In fact,
Sorry,
Taylor,
Taylor.
I believe, yeah. Similar hairstyles, I do see that can happen. They run
Similar playing styles as well, both slashing guards for this Niagara Knights team.
exactly
As Taylor
right.
hits
it's
his
like
first.
a blur down the court.
Mello Taylor, rookie guard from Toronto, hits both free throws. Stems the bleeding at the charity stripe for the Niagara Knights. They still trail 16-8. As Jordan Rose will come up the court for Humber.
Any relation to Jalen?
No relation to Derek either, I believe. As Mollison draw the foul on the floor. He'll shoot 2. Romello Taylor not happy.
That's his first foul.
First foul for Taylor. Trayvon Mollison gets the first. Mollison, a dynamo off the bench for these Humber Hawks.
No doubt, he was great yesterday. Did he have that look at the end of the game too, though?
Oh, an assassin, and hard to the floor go a couple of players.
Alex Elliott.
As Daquan Cathcart did battle with Alex Elliott, who we're getting our first look at this tournament. Alex Elliott wearing number 12, second-year guard from Welland. And a steal there, narrowly averted by Romello Taylor. Jordan Rose playing some tenacious defense. Taylor will float it inside for Wilson, kicked out. Lamar Copeland, who also just checked in. No drive, gives it off. Alex Elliott gets it to fall. Alex Elliott took his sweet time with that one, but eventually it falls through the hoop.
Knights bounce there.
17-10 in favor of the Humber Hawks. Kerwin Elvis driving baseline, gets it to fall.
And Elvis is in the building.
As Niagara back to work, Lamar Copeland kicks it out. McDonald looking inside for Wilson. It's tipped by Mollison out of bounds. And I got to tell you, Phil, admittedly, my Elvis repertoire is limited. So,
well, that's way before your time. We're talking about NC State Houston '83. Elvis passing away in 1977. Ryan Andrews.
Yeah, that would explain.
Way before your time.
That would explain why it's limited.
Right, but hey, a guy from back in the day sung some songs. You know, appeared in a few movies. It is what it is. You're not missing much.
Elvis gets the ball over to Ujulu. No good. Rebound Taylor. As Romello Taylor gives it off to Copeland. Second-year guard from Malton. Elliott inside for Jordan McDonald. No good. And Cooper can't crash the boards. Back the other way as Kerwin Elvis gives it off. And Mollison can't finish. Elvis can't put the putback in. Elliott comes the other way. Elliott dishes out. Romello Taylor for 3. No good. Rebound Cooper. He can't put it in.
Just unlucky on that bounce. It was a nice attempt, nice effort there on the board, on the rebound.
Seen a lot of board crashing from Kevin Cooper, a 6'7" forward from the Bahamas.
Yeah, the Knights have that. They do that really well offensively to grab those boards.
Gotta wonder if he's got another jam in his repertoire. Humber have the ball. It'll be Trayvon Mollison. Guard. Woo. Oh, bad shot attempt there, and Taylor will come back the other way. Kicks it out. Elliott for three. No good. Rebound Mollison. He'll throw it forward for Elvis. But Elliott tipped it away, and Romello Taylor comes up with a steal. Nice hustle by the Knights. Here's Lamar Copeland with the jump shot. No good. And Daquan Cathcart will come the other way in transition, draws the foul.
I don't know. Looks like he got all ball there, but I could be wrong.
Well, the referees say Cathcart go to the line. For
Intensity.
Number 22, Lamar Copeland.
Starting to pick up a little bit here. We're starting to get the juices flowing as we get revving up here. 28.4 left in the first quarter. 19-10 Humber with the lead, and well, Niagara's had some looks. They've had some opportunities. Just a few unlucky bounces down low there. But they find themselves down by 10. Seems like it could be a lot more, but hey, they've shown they have some life.
Daquan Cathcart hit the first, misses the second, 1 for 2.
Just at the line was Hawk number 7, Daquan Cathcart.
Lamar Copeland will bring the ball up. Saboni for three. No good. Rebound Gibson Edifel. As a fifth-year point guard checked back in. 5'11" from Brampton. Clock winding down. 5 on the shot clock. Edifel kicks it out. Cathcart for three. No good. And that'll end the first quarter with the score. Humber Hawks 20. Niagara Knights 10, a double up happening here in the bronze medal match of the 2017 belairdirect OCAA Men's Basketball Championships from Centennial College in Scarborough. We'll be back after these messages.
I am absolutely delighted to announce that the Invictus legacy will continue when Toronto hosts the third Invictus Games in September 2017.
Welcome back to the 2017 belairdirect OCAA Men's Basketball Tournament. 50th edition of the tournament this year, Phil Jones, and gotta say the action has lived up to a lofty number.
Oh, it's been great, and this game is just going to pick up as well. Niagara find themselves down early by 10 points, but you check the points on the actual season. Niagara scored more points for than Humber did in this season, and actually had one more win than they do as well. So it's not out of the realm of possibility to see Niagara fight back here. They can score. They can get hot, as we know. It's cliche.
Niagara won both matchups this season with the Humber Hawks. Won 71-66 back in November 3rd, then won 75-63 on January 25th.
There you have it.
But it's been all Humber in this one, 20-10 after one quarter. We get underway in the second. Tyrone Dixon will drive in deep. No good. Rebound Saboni. Back come the Knights of Niagara. Akindele into the corner for Alex Elliott. He's good for Alex Elliott for three. He's got 5 off the bench. Did not see any action before today. But
no, 7.9% three-point shooter. 3 of 38 in the regular season. Elliott, big game player.
Niagara trail 2013. Edifel, Judge from the corner for three. It's no good. Rebound Edifel is good. Gibson Edifel with the putback. He's got 4. 22-13 for the Hawks. Copeland will slow it down for Alex Elliott. Elliott looking around for help. He gives the ball away to CJ Bennett. Bennett caught at half court, tipped away by Copeland, and the Hawks will retain possession.
Yeah, they're discussing that now with Elliott. That was a bit of a weak turnover, unfortunately. He kind of saw Jersey, but passed right in the hands, right into the talons of a Humber Hawk. Ill-advised pass there.
You'd think a Knight with their armor would be able to deal with the Hawks' talents.
We're back on that program. Nice play there by Ediful. The work rate on that kid is just impressive.
Gibson Ediful has a motor that doesn't quit. He's able to save that shot from Ansel Martin. Here's CJ Bennett driving with 2 on the clock. The layup goes.
CJ Bennett, what else is new?
Nicely done by CJ Bennett. Took his time with the clock winding down and gets a solid layup for the Hawks. As Pam Saboni inside draws a foul. The judge doesn't appreciate the ruling, but that's foul number 1 for number 9.
Fouls on Hawk number 9.
Dun, 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 dun. The judge and the jury, Ryan Andrews.
Is that night court too?
That's, well, day court. It's a
Day
new,
court?
new sitcom we're pitching to the execs after the show.
Pam Saboni will pitch that ball into the net on his first free throw. Saboni, 5th-year forward from London, hits both free throws.
Substitution for the Knights. Checking in for the first time for the Knights. Number 13, Vikram Kaley.
There's another change for the Knights, going with some younger personnel here. It's Vikram Kaley, 6'5" forward from Oakville, checks in for the first time this tournament. Ansel Martin, jumper, no good. Rebound, Kaley. Doing a little jig, getting the ball there. Kaley will give it over to Laquan Hilton. Not seen much from Hilton yet this game. Akindelli will take it. Working on Bennett, shot clock at 8. Hilton, they're further away than ever. He's got to go. Hilton for 3. No good. Rebound. No one had control, and it's a shot clock violation. The dreaded SCV.
Right?
Humber will bring it down the court. Very patient Humber Hawks team we've seen today. Inside for Tyrone Dixon, that's good for 2.
The big man, so effective yesterday. He's a great weapon for them offensively and defensively. Defensive Player of the Year in the OCAA, if my notes serve me correctly.
Hilton's shot is off balance. Kaley for 3, in and out. And Bennett comes down with the board. Give it up to Ansel Martin. Inside as Dixon battling again. Nice hustle by Bennett to get that ball. Still in control of it, despite hands flying everywhere. Ediful, the jumper, no good. Rebound, Makuna. And Hilton will bring it up. Passes it back, Saboni for 3, yes!
There you go, Knights in flight.
Pam Saboni. Take another look at this one. Hilton, a nice find to get the trailing Saboni.
Nice follow through on that, nice reach. Well-timed 3, Niagara needs it. Trimming the lead to 8.
A foul on the floor here. Foul is on
CJ Bennett checking out of the game. Jordan Rose coming back in for Humber.
Femi Akindelli has picked up his second foul for Niagara. It's Gibson Ediful, 5th-year guard from Brampton, hits a free throw.
Substitution for both teams.
It's 1 for 2. Alex Elliott will check back in for Niagara, as will Jordan Rose for the Humber Hawks. Humber working with 9-point lead. Niagara bringing it up through Laquan Hilton. Inside, Saboni driving baseline, gets the 2. Pam Saboni has stepped up his game here in this bronze medal match. 7 points so far for the 5th-year forward from London.
who averages 7.6 a game.
Judge working with Jordan Rose. Outside, Ediful slows the play down. 7 on the clock. Ediful driving, loses the ball to Alex Elliott. Elliott the other way, looking for help. He'll pass it off with Cayley. Down for Saboni. And Saboni is stripped by Ansel Martin, and a foul the other way.
Saboni, did he go for the tackle there? He's playing really passionate right now. Like, he was hitting those shots.
Next number 4,
Pam Saboni, known for bringing some grit to this Niagara team.
Well, he's feeling it. Knights are waking up a little bit here. They've trimmed it down to 7. Trim.
So Saboni picks up foul number 2.
Got to say, it's a tremendous looking toque, Ryan Andrews.
That it is, sir. And Jordan Rose will go to work, trying to fight through Laquan Hilton. Dixon inside is fouled. As Vikram Cayley picks up his first.
Number 13, Vikram Cayley.
Tyrone Dixon to the line, 70.7% shooter.
Dixon, the leading scorer on the day for the Humber Hawks. He has 8. First is good.
9.
I said off the top there, Phil, that Humber likes to work through their veterans, both Ediful, Dixon, and Martin, all 5th-year players for this team. And they are key for this Humber squad.
For sure, that veteran presence counts for a lot in games like this. One-game playoff games where you live or die, and Humber's at a really successful program.
Here's Alex Elliott missing a jumper.
Over the past decade or so with a number of championships, so you know they got some hardware. They got that experience. They'll be great down the stretch for Humber.
Martin thinks about the 3, drives in instead. The jumper falls. Interesting decision from Ansel Martin, passing up an open 3, but the 2 falls, and it's 31-20 for Humber. And Hilton battling Ediful for the ball. Hilton will hold on to it, driving the lane, no good. Rebound, Jordan Rose. Back the other way comes Martin. And so Martin, the foul is called. And Martin will go to the line for 2 as Vikram Cayley picks up his second.
Follows on next number 13, Vikram Cayley.
Taking a timeout here.
Humber takes a timeout.
Chat the chat a bit. X's and O's. Shack talk, as they call it. 11 points, so they got it down to 7. Humber refusing to budge off that. And what can you say here, right? The Knights have had a little bit of bad luck, it seems, with their bounces. A bit of, you can't really quantify it. There's been some bad rim luck, so to speak. It's just been bouncing out a little bit the wrong way for them, but the shots have been there.
No, but if you're Coach Patrick Howe, you do have to like what you've seen from your Humber Hawk squad so far. Yes, it's a shorthanded Niagara team, but they still have potent scorers. But Laquan Hilton's been held off the score sheet so far. They're making other players on the Knights try and carry this team. And it's led to success so far for Humber, their biggest lead in the game at 11 points.
No doubt. Who's the leading scorer right now for the Knights?
Ryan Saboni has 7.
Okay, that's a guy that averages 7 a game. So you're right. Your point makes perfect sense here. And down 11, 4:35 left in the second. I mean, you don't want to see it be any larger than that when you're going into the half. So a big battle here for Niagara. Cliche.
Yeah.
Trying to swim upstream here. Down 11. If they can trim it to at least single digits going into the second half, that would be considered a win.
And you do have to wonder if Coach Keith Vassell is using this third-place game to give some of the younger players some time. We've seen Vikram Cayley come in. Alex Elliott didn't appear much in the regular season. They're both seeing some playing time here as Ansel Martin misses both free throws. Back the other way comes Elliott. Floater, and the layup falls for Alex Elliott. He's got 7. And it's a 9-point lead for Humber. Jordan Rose goes back to work, gets it over to Ajulu. Kerwin Elvis trying to shake up Makuna. Throws it outside, Martin. Elvis, 7 on the shot clock. Ajulu down in the low post. Hook shot, doesn't fall. Tippin bouncing around. Ojulu comes up with it, and he's fouled. And Ojulu will go to the line.
The foul's on nice number 12, Alex Elliott. That's his first foul.
Alex Elliott getting involved.
Elliott picks up foul number 1. Ansel Martin will depart the contest, and he's heading out of the gym. Something to watch there for the Humber Hawks as their leading scorer heads to the locker room. And
Siobhan Molson checking in for Humber.
Ojulu.
Meanwhile at the line.
Ojulu misses both. The rebound, Jordan McDonald. And Levi Makuna will bring it up. Donald into Elliott again. Alex Elliott emerging from the miss to lead this Niagara Knights team with 9 points so far. The second-year guard from Welland. Rose throws it across to Elvis. Over to Trayvon Mollison. Ojulu looking for help. 6 on the shot clock. Rose will take the jumper. It's short. Out of bounds. Niagara take possession. Good defense there. Not letting anyone get a look.
Indeed, Niagara is starting to put the pedal to the metal a little bit here, getting some bounces, getting some calls, and Alex Elliott, a bit of an unsung hero, averaging about 2.6 points a game.
Inside Wilson, off to Makuna for the jam!
And here come the Knights making
down
a game
7.
of it.
It's a case of Makuna Hatada. No worries for the Knights as Levy jams that one home. He's got 6. Knights trail by 5. Jordan Rose. And that's tipped away by Wilson. Ojulu battling. And Kask stepped out of bounds. Niagara ball.
2:49 left in the second, and the Knights
making a charge here.
are rolling.
It's a 6-0 run for the Niagara Knights. And a stoppage in play here. We got a foul.
That's his first of the day.
Daquan Cathcart picks up his first foul. Let's take a look here at the jam by Levi Makuna. Nice find by Wilson, and Makuna just flushes it home. The shot by Makuna doesn't fall. Wilson is fouled.
Knights are starting to feel it now. They're getting the energy, feeling the flow. A lot of positive things happening in their direction now, and a couple of free throws, and this is back to a one-possession game.
Trayvon Mollison will pick up his first foul. And to the line goes Jordan Wilson, second-year guard from Nassau in the Bahamas. Phil, you were telling me yesterday, Bahamas, a lovely place for a vacation.
Well, certainly his.
I've never been, but I hope to be there one day. Wilson hits his first. The Niagara faithful making the trip up from Welland, showing their support for these Knights. Wilson hits both.
3-point game. Humber has only scored 11 in this quarter.
8-0 run for the Knights has them back within 3. CJ Bennett takes control of the ball. Looking inside, Ojulu stripped. Alex Elliott comes away with it. Elliott off to the races. Makuna for 3. No good. Bennett the rebound. I had to wonder if there was a better opportunity there, but Makuna.
Knights with an opportunity there to tie the game, which has been a pleasant surprise the way this one was looking early.
Knights went to the levee, but the levee was dry, and Cathcart puts that one in for 2. Daquan Cathcart not letting that one get away. Elliott will drive on Ojulu. Layup doesn't fall. Rebound Hawks. And Jordan Rose driving the pace up here. Hard to the rim for 2. Jordan Rose going coast to coast like butter on toast. Humber have pushed it back up to 7, matching the number of Laquan Hilton, who has the ball. Jordan Wilson working inside on Ojulu. The jumper won't go. Rebound McDonald, a foul on the floor.
Those are those bounces I'm talking about for the Knights. They have the look, it's there. The rim on that end just not that forgiving. Maybe it'll be a different story in the second half, but how about Humber just responding here? Niagara coming within a 3-point shot of tying it. Like many great teams do, they feel that pressure and then just amp it up a bit. So they kind of went a little bit dormant once they had that double-digit lead. Niagara battled back, and Humber's responded here now, up by 7. And they're at the line, too.
Daquan Cathcart will go to the line. A loose ball foul on Jordan McDonald was his second. Cathcart hits his first. The rookie guard from North York, Ontario, will connect on both. 5 points for Daquan Cathcart, as both teams using this third place game as a chance to get some of the younger players some play. Cathcart already surpassing the season average. As we take another look here at Jordan Rose driving into the lane. Meanwhile, Jordan McDonald gets a jumper for 2. As Gibson Edifel will go back to work, gives it off to Bennett. Over to Rose. Jordan Rose working 10 on the shot clock. Edifel looking for someone. Edifel driving. No, and the rebound goes to Laquan Hilton. Throws it up. Jordan McDonald charging in. A foul is called on Kerwin Elvis, who's all shook up there.
Yeah, it's another one of those calls that could have gone either way. Guy behind me in the stands there felt the same way, but offensive charging, apparently not. That was on the defense there. And the Knights chiseling it back to 7. As we talked about, 41 seconds left here in the second quarter. As long as the Knights can keep it in single digits heading into the second half, you would consider that a win.
McDonald goes 1 for 2, but the Knights keep possession. Saboni, 8 on the shot clock. Driving is McDonald. No good. Rebound Edifel. And Humber will try and push it up here quickly. Edifel slowing down, working on Hilton. Driving baseline, kicks it out. Rose. Ujulu fakes it, drives in. Floater goes for the big man Ujulu. 6'5" forward has 3 points. Time winding down, 5 seconds left, and Edifel knocks it out. So Knights will have 3.2 seconds to try and get something off to close this first half.
Yeah, 3.2, all that work for, well, a point at this point, so it is what it is. Hilton really hasn't had many opportunities to shoot. He's been well defended.
Hilton for 3. No good. And that brings the first half of this bronze medal game to a close. Score at the half, the Humber Hawks 39, the Niagara Knights 31, and we will be back after these messages. Welcome back to the 2017 belairdirect OCAA Men's Basketball Championship bronze medal match between the Humber Hawks and the Niagara Knights. As we get set to start here in the second half, Phil, you got to wonder what has happened to Laquan Hilton for the Niagara Knights. 23 points in the game in the semifinals against George Brown. Nothing so far here.
Yeah, that's been a big storyline from the first half, and it's been, as we perform the autopsy on that first half, kind of a unique scoring distribution for the Knights. Elliott with 9 out of Welland, Ontario, and then Saboni at the line right here with 7. 2 out of the 4 leading scorers from Niagara just not even on the board. Hilton with nothing. Obviously, Hutchinson Jr. is injured. Makuna with 6 and McDonald with 2. So if you're only getting 8 points from 2 out of your top 4 scorers due to various reasons, that's going to be a real uphill climb for the Knights.
Payam Saboni doing his best to make up for it. 2 free throws bring him to 9 as Bennett drives in for 2. CJ Bennett, relatively quiet game for him, starting to wake up. He has 6. Humber lead 41-33 over Niagara as Hilton finds Alex Elliott getting a lot of run here. Elliott, no good. And rebound corralled by Saboni. So
those have been the 2 horses for the Knights.
Elliott for 3. Yes! Alex Elliott.
Matched in the number on his jersey with 12 points, and he's come alive in this big game for the Knights.
Alex Elliott averaged 9 minutes a game in the regular season. He's got 12 points and an offensive foul as Bennett caught Jordan Wilson.
Offensive foul on Hawk number 8, CJ Bennett.
Checking the replay on that.
Yeah. Wilson took a hard hit to the face.
Right?
As
Bennett, he is TNT out there in all senses of the word.
How that hyper-aggressive style earns Bennett his first foul of the game. As Laquan Hilton surveys the floor, Saboni, Makuna, Elliott. Coach Vassell showing a lot of faith in Alex Elliott as Hilton goes.
There he is. Opens the account.
Laquan Hilton gets on the score sheet.
His own personal account.
8:40 in the third quarter here. Judge goes to the paint for 2. Another man out scoreless in the first half is Baljot Judge. He's on the board.
The Knights can get Hilton going on top of the work they're getting from Elliott. They could be building something here.
Wilson's shot doesn't fall. Saboni on the rebound. That won't go. And Dixon muscles his way out. Knocks Wilson to the floor again. Tough start for him. And Ansel Martin takes control for the Humber Hawks. And he throws it away.
A little bit sloppy there. It is 5-point game right now, and still it continues for the Knights. A little bit of bad luck on those rims, just on those bounces. The ball's right there, but they just can't get a few of those to drop.
See if the Knights continue to lean on the hot hand of Alex Elliott, playing a Spike Albrecht role for this Niagara squad. Second-year guard from Welland, Hilton. Elliott went for it, not calling it. Saboni for 2. Take another look. Elliott bobbled it, didn't get a travel call, and Saboni will respond with a jumper of his own. Niagara down 3. Dixon works inside for 2. Tyrone Dixon, 5th-year forward from Scarborough, Ontario. He's got 12. Elliott again, no good off the front of the rim. Judge corrals the rebound. Bennett will come back with it. And once again, the ball thrown into the Powerade. Bit sloppy here from these Hawks to start the second half. Just looking for these home run passes when really they should be looking for single passes.
Yeah, no doubt. I was talking to our producer off the air at halftime. We were chatting about that. We were chatting about the game, just saying it really is tough when the wind's out of your sail. You have the winning shot the day before on the line to move on to the championship final, and now you got to play in the third-place game. It's no excuse for making one for the Hawks. Still plenty of time left here for them to wake up, and that sloppy play is not going to bode them well because the Hawks are back in this game. Not the Hawks, sorry, the Knights.
Producer David Bradshaw has seen it all in his many years behind the boards for us here. As Humber takes control, Ansel Martin gets that to fall. Take another look at this. Ansel Martin dipping and diving, gets that jumper to touch all the rim before
the
going
Hawks
in.
are getting the bounces, and the Knights aren't on some of those shots.
Hilton will drive, kicks it in for McDonald. It doesn't fall. Rebounds bounce around, and Makuna will put it back. Levy Makuna has 8. That's 47-42 in favor of the Humber Hawks. As Ansel Martin, Dixon, Bennett driving into the lane on Elliott. Gets the foul and the bucket. C.J. Bennett. Take another look. This is exactly what we saw out of Bennett during the semifinal game against Sheridan.
He was just amazing in that game. He really did take it over late. Big reason why they were able to force overtime.
Bennett hits the free throw. He's got 9. As Niagara looks to reset here. Elliott fakes a 3. He'll dribble instead. Hilton will try his luck. That's good. Laquan Hilton starting to wake up.
As we talked about, that's going to be a big problem for the Hawks if he gets hot. Well done to find the open space there by Hilton. And the pass there from Elliott. He's having himself a game.
Rolling inside, called for the travel. And you can see that as Bennett was double teamed there by the Knights. Just one too many steps. And another turnover.
Even hear the fans speaking that as well. Looks like the Hawks are in a little bit of a trance here. Not really much chatter on their side, just sort of going through the motions now. 5:12 left in the third.
Bennett pokes that ball away from Levy
that,
Makuna. He's off to the races, but he can't convert it. Alex Elliott doubling back to pick up the ball for Niagara. Elliott, McDonald, Makuna driving in.
Hesitation to call.
Makuna is going to go to the line and shoot 2. And Tyrone Dixon is second. It was a little worse for the wearer, the big 6'6"
One of
forward.
those calls that could have gone either way, but hey, ref saw it and he called it.
Take another look here as
this is back to that
Hilton.
3 with Hilton.
That pretty 3 ball finally
That's
falling.
3 that we knew about. He was really quiet with no points in the first half, but with him waking up, Niagara is chiseling it, and if this is made, it's down to a 1-possession game.
Makuna hit his first free throw. A 6'3" wing from Hamilton knocks them both down. He's crossed double digits. And it's a 3-point game for the Knights. Have chipped away, as you said. Jordan Rose feeds it inside for Dixon. Driving in the paint, no good. And that one's blocked, and a foul is called. McDonald, not a fan of that one, but that's going to be number 3.
Jordan McDonald. That's his 3rd foul.
It's time for another episode of Day Court here. The OCAA. Bump, 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 bump.
Dixon hits his first. 13 points for the big man. And 6'6" forward has both. Dixon's been cool as a cucumber from the line today. 70% shooter in the regular season. As Niagara look to get set on this inbounds play. Makuna take control. Humber 52, Niagara 47. Pam Saboni. Makuna fakes out Judge and drives. Elliott for 3. Alex Elliott. Take another look. Nice drive by Makuna. Elliott with Jordan Rose in his face calmly knocks it down. So we see Kerwin Elvis driving for 2. Elvis wants a little less conversation, a little more action.
There you go.
Saboni into the lane, blocked by Dixon.
Intensity ramping up here, what we expected to see. 4 minutes left in the third.
Kerwin Elvis with the drive, blocked by the bottom of the rim. Makuna throws it forward. Pam Saboni driving, laying it in for 2. Saboni's got 13.
Both
what
up
will be
in
his final game for the Knights.
double digits with Elliott.
A foul on the floor.
And this is a storyline as we got a close game here now, Ryan. Alex Elliott and Saboni both up in double digits. These are players that, as you check the score sheet, Elliott, as I mentioned, 2.6 average. And if you find Saboni on there, I believe it was around 7 points or so.
7.6 for Saboni, a
7.6,
third
so-
foul charge to Ansel Martin. See if that plays a factor in this one. Kerwin Elvis, tipped away by Hilton in a steal. Hilton will throw it forward. Elliott doesn't go for the
lead.
3. He'll go the 2. No. Rebound to Julu. Maybe Elliott should have taken
That would
that
have
3
been the
ball.
tie, my bad. I thought he was going for the 3.
I would have figured Elliott for the 3 as well, Phil. As Rose kicks it out. Mollison for 3. No good. Rebound tip to Rose. Jordan Rose driving in. Right past the Saboni. Jordan Rose gives Saboni a thorn. And it's a 4-point lead for the Hawks.
Great decision there to settle it back down, not rush it. Still got 13 on the shot clock.
As Hilton will drive, it's deflected. A foul is called, and Hilton comes up limping from that collision with Trayvon Mollison.
The foul is on line number 24, Trayvon Mollison. That's his second foul. Substitution for the
Mollison picks up his second as wholesale changes on the floor for the Knights. As Akindele and Taylor will come in, along with
Wilson.
Aurelion Lawrence will make his first appearance wearing number 5 for Niagara. 6'5" forward from Mississauga in his first year with the program. And Laquan Hilton will keep it a 3-point game, going 1 for 2.
Just up the line was Laquan Hilton for the Knights.
Back the other way come the Humber Hawks. Jordan Rose. Martin fakes, gives to a Julu. No good. Good defense by Taylor, who stepped out of bounds.
Hawks ball.
Gets set to restart play. 2:27 left in the third quarter. Niagara's cut the lead to 3. Martin can't hit the jumper. Mollison battling for the board. Gets fouled. Mollison will go to the line for 2. Foul charged to Femi Akindele, his third.
Hawks got to keep their composure here. They've drawn this close. They can't let it slip away now. 2:21 left in the third quarter. Really battled back. I've been impressed. After seeing Humber play yesterday and the way Humber started this game, I thought the Knights would be in tough, but here they are, scrappy and resilient, riding Elliott and Saboni, and now Hilton waking up. The Knights down by 5, showing life here as they try and battle back.
Mollison hit both free throws. The Knights will work it inside. Lawrence, nice move, but he can't finish. Wilson with the board, and he's fouled. As we see some of these Knights a little lesser known further down on the depth chart, we've seen Alex Elliott going off for 15 points. Aurelion Lawrence, a nice move inside there, but just couldn't finish it.
Yeah.
But Jordan Wilson, the second-year forward from the Bahamas, able to earn the foul. As Martin's going to check out. His third foul earns him a seat as Wilson goes 1 for 2. He's got 5. And 4-point game here between the Hawks and the Knights. CJ Bennett with the jumper, no good. Rebound Wilson. And Romello Taylor will work it up the court.
Slowing it down, Taylor distributing.
Driving in is Akindele for 2.
Driving through with the bucket, the Knights refusing to go quietly into the afternoon.
Elvis hard to the rim. Kerwin Elvis responds right back for Humber.
Colin Elvis.
He's got 6. Sporting that bright yellow headband of his. See if Romello Taylor has a response. Hilton driving into the lane, takes 2 Hawks with him. The rebound falls for Trayvon Mollison. Mollison, a second-year guard out of Brampton. Driving into the lane, earns the foul. As we take another look
he
here,
does that
Trayvon
well, not
Mollison
shy. Driving in there. Saw a lot of that yesterday as well.
draws the foul on Harolian Lawrence.
That's his first foul.
First foul on the 6'5" forward from Mississauga as Mollison hits his first. Not the kind of explosive day we've expected from Trayvon Mollison in this one, but he's been making those shots count from the free throw line. He's 5 for 6. As Humber restores a 6-point lead. Romello Taylor working on Elvis. A foul for the reach in there. In front of the play-by-play Taylor, we got a good look at Kerwin Elvis picking up his second foul.
Elvis looking a bit distraught there.
It's his second foul.
Colin Elvis. Is there anybody home?
I trust your lyrics are better than mine, Phil, as Romello Taylor hits his
Yeah,
first.
that's actually a Dire Straits track.
Wait, what?
Shout out Mark Knopfler. Colin Elvis. We're going into the 80s now.
I see.
Yeah.
Taylor hits both.
There's one viewer out there that got it, maybe 2.
Again, I trust your music judgment better than mine, Phil, as Elvis goes back to work looking for Bennett. He throws it away. Turnover in favor of the Knights.
42.5 left here in the third quarter. Knights, they're in their rearview mirror. They're closing the gap, but Humber just refusing to let them take the lead.
They're trying to move out into the passing lane, but unable to overtake Humber so far, as Lamar Copeland will give it to Wilson. Jordan Wilson driving the lane. It won't fall, gets his own rebound and a foul. And Wilson will go to the line again.
Yeah, the body language from Humber right now, not quite as confident as yesterday. Everybody's sort of looking at everybody else. Just don't seem to have the energy right now, but they do have the lead. This should set up for an interesting fourth quarter here to see if they're challenged, if the lead gets taken from them, to see how they respond.
Jordan Wilson, second-year forward from the Bahamas, hits both. He's got 7 points, and it's a one-possession game, 62-60. Rose, Elvis, working on Lamar Copeland. He gets it to Bennett, out for Mollison. And a foul on the floor as Akindele put the body into him.
Knights can sense it now, though.
That's his fourth foul.
That's the fourth foul on Akindele, who's in the starting lineup in place of the injured Van Hutchinson Jr. as Mollison hits his first. Mollison working quick, misses the second. Ball goes out of bounds off the Hawks. With 13.6 seconds left in this third quarter. Not really a three-point shooter on the floor for the Knights, but they'll probably be content closing this gap as well as they have here in the third. Akindele go over to Taylor, 3 seconds left. Taylor's got to put it up. Copeland will. And Lamar Copeland looked to be a little shocked taking that final one.
Yeah, definitely not the best look there. With about 10 seconds left, they should have had something drawn up, but 3 points, got to hand it to them. Drawn closer, should set up for a great fourth.
At the end of the third quarter, the Humber Hawks lead the Niagara Knights 63-60, and we will be right back after these messages.
Don't the best of them, clean it out.
I am absolutely delighted to announce that the Invictus legacy will continue when Toronto hosts the third Invictus Games in September 2017.
Welcome back to the 2017 belairdirect OCAA Men's Basketball Championship bronze medal game here in Centennial College in Scarborough, Ontario. Niagara Knights were down 8 at the break. They've cut the deficit to 3 against the 2016 champion Humber Hawks.
This is turning into one of the most intriguing games that we've seen in the tournament, to be honest with you. I was expecting Humber to run away with this, and I'll be honest, I was a little bit biased after watching them play yesterday and seeing this firsthand with courtside seats to that matchup. The way they nearly took care of Sheridan, Niagara missing their leading score, I figured this one would be a lot larger than 3 points.
And you have to wonder if Humber's still thinking about that game against Sheridan College yesterday. They had a chance to win at the end of regulation, as you said, but Trayvon Mollison's 3 rattled out and forced the overtime that the Bruins dominated. See if Humber can keep their composure and keep a hold of this lead as Ansel Martin will go to work for the Hawks. Driving in, kicking out, Judge, Ediful. Driving in on Taylor. Tyrone Dixon will try the 3. That's a little too strong. Ediful gets the board.
Wow.
CJ Bennett was on it. He gets the bucket and the harm.
Oh, that's got to be deflating there for the Knights. They had the ball back. What a play. If we can check that out again, just on the inbound to keep that ball in.
Great work by Gibson Ediful, the high-octane point guard, keeping that ball alive and allowing CJ Bennett to complete another 3-point play. Bennett has 12, and it's a 6-point lead in favor of the Humber Hawks. As Alex Elliott, 15 points for him. They'll give it to Copeland. Jordan Wilson looking around. Jordan McDonald backing in. Touch won't put it in. And it's out of bounds. Humber ball. Hawks want a foul on Jordan Wilson, but refs keep the whistle in the pocket on that one.
Yeah, apparently they did. And 6-point lead now. Humber looking to add to that.
A reminder that coming up after this one at 6 o'clock, we will have the final between the Sheridan Bruins and the George Brown Huskies. Here's Baljot Judge for 3, no good. Rebound falls to Gibson Ediful.
Tenacity from Humber now. You can see they want it.
Ediful driving, stuffed by Jordan Wilson. Back the other way, Elliott thought about it. He'll set up Romello Taylor. Here's Lamar Copeland for 3. No good. Rebound Ediful.
Watch Humber on the offensive rebounds here. That's twice now, though. They've just created opportunities. They didn't really have that in the third quarters. They were sleeping a bit. You can see them pick up their intensity.
Ansel Martin with the jumper. It's good.
Ansel Martin.
Quiet game for Ansel Martin so far. He's been in foul trouble, but he's still got 8 points, which coincidentally, the lead for Humber is Elliott for 3 is no good.
Nobody's going to fault him for shooting at this point.
Back the other way come the Hawks for CJ Bennett and a foul on Romello Taylor.
Yeah.
Fouls on Knights number 1, Romello Taylor. That's the second foul.
Any way you want to paint it, the Hawks waking up almost saying, oh yeah? Now I'm going to tighten up my laces, straighten up, and have at it, and flex. Going to turn this up from a 6 to a 9, and the ability to turn it up to an 11. When Humber really wants to go, they can go, and you're seeing it now with 8 points, and you haven't seen the best of them yet.
And you've seen it with their energy players really coming into action here as Gibson Ediful been all over the court, diving for loose balls, picking up rebounds, and CJ Bennett continuing again that hyper-aggressive style we've come to be used to from the second-year forward out of Brampton. CJ's got 12. He leads the second in the Hawks in scoring behind the big man Tyrone Dixon.
Yeah, Niagara's really going to have to dig deep here to come up with something. Down by 8. The legend of Alex Elliott has got a balloon into a great fourth quarter performance. They need Simone to keep going too when he gets out there. And what can you say? They've really got to get those defensive rebounds, those second chances, third chances that Humber has been able to use. They need to really recycle the ball and not give Humber those second and third chances.
Humber working inside. Ansel Martin deflected away there, but Dixon charging hard to pick up the ball there. Tyrone Dixon, game's leading scorer with 16 points. This is Niagara back to work. Alex Elliott inside for McDonald. Backing down, tries to kick it back out. Elliott will go baseline. No one's home outside, and CJ Bennett comes the other way. He draws the foul out of Laquan Hilton.
$10 points here. Humber up. 7:29 left in the fourth. Bronze medal game here. Centennial Colts home court.
And they are going to call shots for CJ Bennett. He hits his first.
Did the audience just bait the ref into a call there?
They might have done so, Phil Jones, calling for the flagrant as Hilton went for the arm and not the ball. Bennett misses the second. And you know what they say, the ball don't lie.
It's a clear path to the basket, referee was saying there. I wasn't sure if he was talking to us, but he was.
He was. He was clarifying, and we
Checking in
appreciate the refs doing that for
You
us.
heard what we were saying there.
Aljot Judge will go to work for Humber.
Also knowing that we're casting for the show day court.
Dixon, the turnaround, draws a foul.
An OCAA referee by day, an underwater welder by night. Bump, bump, bump. No? That's not going to work, is it?
Phil, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Talking about the show day court we were talking about.
Oh, is it underwater now?
No, underwater welder by night.
Oh.
It's got like a Fletch character, right?
I see. As
Many different hats.
Tyrone Dixon hits the first. He's got 17. Now he's got a second. Foul was called on Jordan McDonald. That's a fourth.
Substitution for the night.
For the second-year forward from Mississauga, he'll take a seat as Vikram Cayley checks back in.
Out of Oakville, Ontario. Shout out Oakville.
Niagara's let this one slip away from them. That one by Wilson, rebounded by Dixon. A 10-0 run to start the fourth quarter for the Humber Hawks have really put this one away as Dixon hits the jumper. Make it a 12-0 run. And this one has gotten away from Niagara. Here's Wilson. Foul is called. And Wilson will go to the line to shoot two as Baljot Judge picks up his second.
Just like that, the Humber Hawks up by 15. I mean, it was a romantic notion after the third quarter that the Knights were going to be able to, I want to say potentially upset, but they did win more games than them. And as you mentioned too, the Knights did beat them twice in the regular season.
That they did, but Humber came out here looking for redemption as Hilton hits a three. Laquan Hilton trying to cut the deficit down a bit. It's back to 12. Judge Dixon, give it back to Dixon. He finishes. Ansel Martin wanted no part of that, and Tyrone Dixon has 21 points for the Hawks. They are up 77-63. Jordan Wilson gives it off to Elliott. Looking for a shot, but he's guarded well by Baljot Judge. Elliott trips there. The foul is called on Judge. That's his third.
Humber Nobody helping Elliott up there. To wait for his teammate.
Timeout called.
Well, 11 points, 6:03 left in the fourth. Bronze medal game here, and it's time to chat the chat and go to the Chalk Talk. Draw it up and see what they can do. But Humber's got their swagger back. They got their mojo back. You can see it. It left them for a bit, but can you blame them? You're a little disheartened losing out in the championship game. You kind of go to sleep a little bit in the second and third quarter, and now they've turned it up.
And meanwhile, you have to give some credit to these Niagara Knights. As you can see, Van Hutchinson Jr. has been on the bench all game, and that cast on his right foot, injured in the opening round game against Centennial. But the Knights have found a lot of secondary scoring, and even if they go on to lose this game to Humber, they can take heart knowing that they got some solid pieces for the future, especially Alex Elliott, the 5'10 guard from Welland, who's got 15. Only played 99 minutes in the regular season for this squad, but he's making his case to push for the starting lineup next year.
Sure, great point. Very optimistic, Ryan, which is always good. The Knights, the team to look for on the rise. And yeah, Alex Elliott, second-year player, definitely shining in this opportunity on the big stage.
Gets set to inbound here, 6:03 left in the fourth quarter. The score, Humber Hawks 77, Niagara Knights 63. As Hilton drives, dishes to Jordan Wilson for the flush.
Jordan Wilson!
JW with a big dunk there.
Jordan Wilson has 9 points, but the deficit remains in double digits as Baljot Judge gives it off to Ansel Martin. Back to Dixon. Here's Ediful. Pump fake, he'll drive, kicks it out. Bennett does likewise, driving to the rim. Can't get it to fall. Rebound Dixon. Back out for Ediful, who will reset the offense for the Humber Hawks. Driving in, gets the deuce. Lovely charge by Gibson Ediful.
Sinky smooth going in there.
And the deficit back up to 14. Laquan Hilton inside for Wilson, battling Dixon, gets it to fall. Nice interior play by Jordan Wilson coming out of the timeout. But Niagara needs a lot more than that. As Ediful drives in, can't get the bounce to fall, rebound Hilton. And Laquan Hilton fighting Bennett.
Aggressive defense there by CJ Bennett.
Wouldn't be able to tell Humber was up 14 the way CJ Bennett plays, I'll tell you that. As forces the ball out.
Substitution for the Hawks. Checking in for the first time for the Hawks.
Well, that's going to be a key to the comeback, if the comeback is indeed in play for Niagara, is really cleaning up those misses from Humber. Any second or third chances, you just can't allow Humber to have that. You've got to corral those rebounds on the first miss and transition it.
You can see Patrick Owl giving some more playing time around, isn't it? Jordan McDonald misses a jumper there. Checking in for Humber's number 6, Nikyle Williams-McIntosh. His first action of the tournament here. As that ball knocked out by Humber. As Williams-McIntosh, a third-year guard from Newmarket, showing a little hustle in his first taste. 2017 OCAA men's basketball tournament action brought to you by belairdirect Car Insurance. Hilton will toss it in for McDonald, outside for Makuna. Hilton saved that one. As works inside, Ediful blocks him. Makuna driving in, goes for the jumper at the buzzer. It won't fall. Rebound McDonald. He draws the foul.
Frantic, starring Harrison Ford. That's a way old reference too. I was getting frantic there.
Yeah,
you got to settle it down a little bit, but I know they were trying to get the basket.
Not much. Is Frantic a Star Wars movie? Is that?
No.
Oh.
It was one of those strings of Harrison Ford movies that somewhat looked alike. They came out in the 80s, early 90s. I couldn't even tell you. It might have been some sort of, was he a lawyer or something?
So
Frantic.
not Star Wars, so peh. McDonald goes 1 for 2, but the rebound is put back by Jordan Wilson, who's come alive here in the fourth quarter. He's up to 13 points. Knights back within single digits. The lead is 9. Ansel Martin Rose, Dixon, they'll work it around. Ediful, Dixon driving in. Can't get that one to go up, no foul called. Rebound Wilson, poked away by Ediful, but the Knights recover. Gibbs and Ediful creating havoc on both ends as Hilton drives, can't get it, the rebound, no. Wilson can't corral it, Ediful back the other way. He's got Williams McIntosh with him, and Nikhil can't get it to fall. Ediful gets the ball back though. Gibson Ediful
It's the best
giving
work
it his
rate,
all in this final game here for the Humber Hawks.
arguably in the OCAA, like just a motor on it.
Gibson Ediful doing his best to give Nikhil Williams McIntosh his first bucket of the tournament, but the third-year guard out of Newmarket couldn't get it to fall there.
Well, 9 points. It is single digits. It seems to just be hovering right around that mark, teetering on the double digits. Niagara giving them credit once again. Got it back, got it close, got us dreaming, got us hoping. You liking that diagram there, Ryan Andrews?
It looks pretty good from Coach Patrick Howe here. Just a reminder that 6 o'clock we will have the final between Sheridan and George Brown. We take another look at Gibson Ediful.
That is.
Hard driving point guard.
That's how you do it, kids.
Motor will not quit on Gibson Ediful.
Keith Vassell, head coach of the Knights, chatting with the Knights. What do you think he's telling them right now?
I think he's just telling them to stay the course. They want to trying to chisel away if they can. Their three-point shooting's been a little suspect, but they still have Laquan Hilton on the floor. He's dangerous from beyond the arc, relatively silent with only 9 points, but if the Knights want to get back in this game, they're going to have to go through him to open up the inside for Wilson as Ansel Martin takes the pass inside, can't get it to fall, rebound Makuna. And stripped by Ediful, back for Martin, draws the foul. Gibson Ediful just not letting these Knights rest.
Not at all.
And Martin will go to the line, drew the foul on Jordan Wilson.
Crowd there, but yeah, they are really pressing hard on the inbound pass. It's a lost art form, it really is.
Gibson Ediful putting on a clinic for all those young, aspiring point guards out there.
No doubt, because you're never thinking really, unless it's real late in the game, but press, force a mistake, getting points from that.
As Ansel Martin hits 1 of 2, it's a 10-point lead again for the Humber Hawks as McDonald will go to work on Dixon, driving, gets the bucket and the foul.
If you're watching the webcast at home or wherever you may be, 2:41 on the clock. I know it's a little bit frustrating not being able to see the clock. 2:41 left. You can also see it sometimes too on the free throws, depending on the angles that we show you. 2:41 left.
Your numbers are confirmed, Phil Jones, as McDonald can't complete the three-point play. Rebound Dixon. And Ediful bring it back up the court.
Alex Elliott riding that exercise bike.
Trying to keep loose. They might need
Put me
him
in,
a little
coach.
later.
Put me in. I'm feeling it.
Ediful behind the back on Hilton. He'll look inside. It's tipped away, and back comes Levi Makuna. Hilton for 3. No good. Rebound McDonald fights off Williams McIntosh. As Jordan Wilson for 2. No. Rebound Ediful.
It's tough. That was a good look there. It's good ball movement by the Knights. Just couldn't get it to drop.
And the Humber Hawks looking for those bronze medals with under 2 to go. Ansel Martin, no. Rebounds bouncing. Tyrone Dixon gets it.
Second and third chances like we've been talking about.
Ediful drive the lane, wide open, can't get it to fall. Rebound Wilson, back the other way comes Laquan Hilton, blocked by Tyrone Dixon. Defensive Player of the Year for the Humber Hawks. Take another look here at Ediful's drive, not rewarded, but back the other way. Tyrone Dixon ruling the paint.
Yeah, it was a bit of a 2-on-1 there. He had Saboni, but elected to go to the hoop, and that's dangerous business against the Defensive Player of the Year. And he just swats that away with authority.
Tyrone Dixon, first team All-Star in the West Division and Defensive Player of the Year there as Makuna inside to McDonald for 2.
Very nice basket. Well designed.
Nice play by Makuna to set up McDonald. It's a 6-point game. As Jordan Rose bring the ball up the court, working on Makuna. Driving around, taking his time, Ansel Martin. Ediful. Looking for something here. 5 on a shot clock. Ediful. Dixon will put it up. No good. Rebound Ediful. That one falls. Gibson Ediful like a magician teleporting anywhere on the court he needs to be. Hilton will try a 3. It's good.
Let's take another look at this one here. Actually, no, let's just take a timeout here, but wow.
Timeout called by Niagara.
Second, the third, the fourth chances. As we've talked about, the tenacity of the Hawks. I mean, that was Ediful is just on a whole nother plane. Just sprinting up, getting the rebound. And the Knights just unfortunately can't corral those.
Gibson Ediful, very adept at filling the stat sheet across the board for these Humber Hawks. 5th-year guard out of Brampton, Ontario. He stands 5'11", plays like he's 6'11".
And then you got Hilton the other way, and it may be a little too late for Laquan Hilton and the Niagara Knights. Coming in, that was smooth and pure, and that's what we've come to know from the game before. Big game player for sure. He was great in that last one. But at this stage, that does bring them closer. It is a 5-point game, which means anything's possible at this stage.
Like we said, Laquan Hilton.
46.5 left on the clock.
Hilton, the remaining All-Star, featuring after Van Hutchinson Jr. injured his foot in the opening round. Hilton's picked it up in the second half, but like you said, Phil, 46.5 seconds on the clock. They need a lot more to try and bring this one closer as Jordan Rose takes the inbound, gives it to Ansel Martin. Martin, the jumper, no good. Rebound Wilson. Back come the Knights. Laquan Hilton guarded by Williams McIntosh for 3. No good. Rebound falls for Wilson. That doesn't fall, and Makuna will put it back in. Second and third chances for the Knights as Makuna finally cashes. It's a 3-point game with 30.3 seconds left. Humber trying to take as much time off the clock as they can. And Hilton go for the steal. Rose fights him off. Ediful takes control of the ball. It's up as the Knights are just ganging up on the ball carrier. Wilson blocked. Hilton back the other way. Tipped away by Nikyle Williams McIntosh. 8.9 seconds on the clock in Niagara. They wanted a chance, they'll have it. But Jordan Wilson is down. Comes up limping for the Knights. That would be,
wow, what a
finish.
finish.
A blow. Jordan Wilson trying to flex the leg there.
Well, the Knights refusing to fold up their tent and go home here. They want the hardware, they want the bronze. It is now a 3-point game, a 1-possession game, and I'll tell you, if anyone's going to be taking that 3, just about everyone in the building and their mom knows is going to be Laquan Hilton for the Knights. How do they get him open?
Very true, as Niagara refuses to go quietly into that night. Down 3. Coach Vassell looking to draw it up. You gotta figure Humber's gonna key on Laquan Hilton.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a look here and see if there's anyone else that's got a sneaky percentage that they could go to. We got, we haven't seen much of DJ Morrison today.
DJ Morrison not playing in this contest, Phil.
Right.
Gotta think Alex Elliott's worth a look as well. He was hot early. He hasn't done much in the second half, but
Taylor's
Elliott's
got a 44%. We'll see who's out on the floor here. They do have Alex Elliott out there, which could be that decoy look. He has had a hot game. He has been feeling it.
Knights will come out with Elliott, Hilton, Saboni, Makuna, and McDonald. The ball will fall to Laquan Hilton. He'll take a long 3. No good. Rebound. McDonald going for 2. That's not enough. Rebound Humber, and they will hold on for the bronze here. A final charge there for the Knights falls short. Gotta wonder what Jordan McDonald's thinking there, taking the 2. So your final score is Humber Hawks 82, Niagara Knights 79, and we will be back with the bronze medal presentation after the break and these messages. No, we're not going to have some messages after this.
To present the Player of the Game Awards is Matthew Davies, OCAA men's basketball convener. And Player of the Game for the Humber Hawks is number 10, Tyrone Dixon.
This contest, very deserving honor in the bronze medal game for the 5th year player from Scarborough.
And the Player of the Game for the Niagara Knights is number 8, Sheridan Wilson.
Jordan Wilson, 2nd year forward from Nassau in the Bahamas. He had 13 points, was a force on the glass for these Knights as they just come up short. So we get set here to
this
award.
time, Darcy Creel, Manager of Athletics and Recreation at First Centennial College, please come forward to present the bronze medallions to the coaches of the Humber Hawks.
Bronze medal shined up
First
for the
coach
Humber
for the Humber
Hawks.
Hawks to receive the bronze medallion is James DePoe, Omar Wild, Samson Dowdy, and the head coach for the Humber Hawks is Patrick Owl. Now for the Humber Hawks players to receive their bronze medallion. First is number 3, Gibson Edible. Number 5, Patrick Valduti. Number 6, Nicole Williams McIntosh. Number 7, Daquan Caspar. Number 8, CJ Bennett. Number 9, Bellion Judd. Number 10, Tyrone Dixon. Number 11, Kerwin Alves. Number 12, Chris Fields. Number 13, Ansel Martin. Number 14, Nunzo Andiapo. Number 15, Jared Stefanik. Number 20, Cham Ojulu. Number 21, Andre Roshi. Number 23, Jordan Rose. And number 24, Trayvon Mollison. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for the Humber Hogs.
Humber Hawks are your bronze medal winners. The 82-79 victory over the Niagara Knights. We'll be back here at 6 o'clock with your gold medal game between the Sheridan Bruins and the George Brown Huskies.
Centennial College, along with the Colts, in partnership with the Centennial College Alumni Association, presents They say that a truth will set you free. What does it take to be a champion? It takes courage. It takes passion. It takes faith. But above all,